The boots are already clean. Carol knows that. She has polished them 3 times since 2 in the morning, and the kitchen light over the table is the only one on in the county, or so it feels. Outside, the flat Iowa dark goes all the way to wherever the sky decides to start. The barn needs painting. She has thought about that since June. The boots sit on the table where her grandmother used to set a pie to cool. She is talking to her daughter now. Not the daughter who is asleep upstairs, the other one. Drop your city and state in the comments. Let's see how far this story reaches. Beth, you would have been 26 this April. I want to tell you something about your sister, about Marisol. I want to tell you what happened at the base and what a man named Commander Garrett said to her, and why I think about it every single night when I sit here and cannot sleep. Your sister is 24. She has your father's jaw and my stubbornness, which is saying something. She enlisted in the Navy 2 years after you were gone. I did not try to stop her. I knew I could not. She needed to go somewhere. The grief was not the only thing on the table. They told me she was struggling at Coronado. The physical part she handled. She always could. You remember her running the county road in the dark before school? She ran 6 miles like other kids walked to the mailbox. But the drills with the teams, the ones where everything goes wrong on purpose, where they put you in cold water and take your sleep and watch to see who breaks, she was breaking. Her commanding officer at the time, a lieutenant named Marcus, 29 years old and built like the farm equipment your father used to work on, told me later that Marisol would lock up, not physically. Inside, she would get to a certain place in a scenario and something would shut down behind her eyes, like a door closing that nobody could open from the outside. She failed 3 consecutive assessments. Marcus wrote in his report that she lacked the capacity for sustained decision-making under extreme duress. She called me from a payphone. I did not know they still had those. She said, "Mom, I think they are going to send me home." She said it flat, the way she says things when she is scared but will not say so directly. I could hear the ocean in the background. I told her to eat something and call me again in the morning. She did not get sent home. What happened instead was a man named Commander Ray Garrett walked into the room where she was sitting alone after her 3rd failed assessment. Ray Garrett is 51 years old. He has gray in his hair and a scar along his left forearm from something he has never explained to anyone. He was a SEAL for 22 years. He has been to places whose names you cannot find easily on a map. He sat down across from her. He did not say anything for a moment. She told me later that the silence did not feel empty. It felt like he was deciding something. Then he said, "Who are you carrying in there with you?" She did not answer right away. He waited. She said, "My sister. She died 4 years ago." He said, "How old?" She said, 22. He nodded. Then he said, "You are trying to leave her behind before every drill. That is why you are locking up. You think she does not belong in there with you. Your sister told me she started crying then, which she has not done in 4 years. Not at the funeral, not when we packed your room, not once. She cried in front of a man she barely knew, in a room that smelled like industrial cleaner and salt water, and he let her do it without saying a word. When she was done, he gave her a single order. He said, 'Take her with you.' That was all. The next drill was 2 days later. Cold water, darkness, equipment that was supposed to fail, teammates who were exhausted and watching to see what she would do. Marcus told me afterward that she was different. He could not explain exactly how. She moved through the scenario like someone who had made a decision they were no longer questioning. She completed the assessment. She did not lock up once. I do not understand everything about what Commander Garrett understood in that room. I do not know the science of it, or the psychology, or whatever the right word is for the thing that was happening inside your sister when she tried to step away from you before she stepped into danger. What I know is what he saw, that she was not failing because you were with her. She was failing because she was trying to face the hardest thing without you. She graduated 8 months later. I drove out from Iowa alone because your father's back would not let him make the trip. I stood in the sun with my hand over my eyes, and I watched her in her dress whites, and I felt 2 things at the same time, Beth, and I have never been able to separate them since. I was so proud I could not breathe. And I missed you so much, I thought the ground might open up." She called me that night from the base. She said, "Mom, I think she was there. I think she watched." I said, "I know she did." I am still sitting at this table. The boots are as clean as they are going to get. Your grandmother's table, your father's farm, the barn still needs painting. And somewhere in California, your sister is doing something I cannot imagine, carrying you into every room she enters. And I think that is the bravest thing I have ever heard of. I just wanted you to know. Ray Garrett retired from the Navy the following spring. He never sought any recognition for what happened in that room. Marisol went on to complete her service with commendation. She now visits her sister's grave once a year, on a Tuesday, and she always wears her uniform. Some of what we carry is not weight. Some of it is the only thing keeping us standing. If this story moved you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it today. Leave your story in the comments below. We read every one. Like this video and subscribe to Soul Relief Stories, because these are the stories that deserve to be told.